Hi guys, just got back from the gym. It's just after 5:30 and I thought I'd give you a rundown of how the day went. It was a really good day. Haven't done squats and deadlifts together on the same day for quite some time, but I chose to do it during this peak phase because I feel as the intensity gets ramped up, I'm going to need longer to recover. So where traditionally, I suppose, squats and deadlifts will be on different days, but obviously be closer together than having a week off in between the exercises. So that's how I've selected. I'm also going to give some tips at the end of this video, so stay tuned on how to improve each one of these lifts later on. So how did the day go? Pretty good overall. Got just over 3 hours sleep, terrible night. So I wasn't feeling too great until I got to the gym. And I do like to warm up quite comprehensively before each lift. I say comprehensively because it does take around half an hour to 45 minutes how I get to my first set of what was squats. So I just jump on the bike. I do the air bike for 25 calories just to get blood moving around the body into the right body parts, what I'm going to train of the day. And then I will go from a stretching routine, nothing strenuous, just get warmed up. And I know everyone says about the science behind stretching before a movement, but it doesn't prevent injury. But for me, it's always benefited. My first exercise, I just feel like I can get in position a little bit easier where there's no strain, so therefore I will do it regardless of what the science says. Now, I also, the first movement before the squats, it's not part of the program, I do play it by ear, but I did jumping, I want to say squat, but it wasn't. It was basically like a box jump without the box. I just jumped in the air as high as I can for 5 sets of 3. Okay, so again, not strenuous, not part of the program, but I do add it in because I feel it gets me ready, okay, before the actual squatting, which was the first exercise on the program. And that was 5 sets of 4 at percentage of my 1 rep max. Second exercise was deadlifts, 5 sets of 4, again with a percentage of my 1 rep max. I can't remember off by hand what those percentages were, but I will put them in the written description underneath the video for anyone that's interested. Both those movements felt great. Squats in particular felt very easy. So I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers when I reach the end of this peak phase. Assistance exercise during this peak phase for squats will be 1 1/4 squats. Sometimes they're known as cyclist squats, but that's 5 sets of 3, again with a percentage of my 1 rep max. Assistance work for deadlifts during the peak phase will be pause deadlift. It's my favorite. I feel like it really helps me put weight on the bar when I do deadlifts for a max. And this was 5 sets of 3 with a percentage of my 1 rep max. Again, I'll put the percentages in the description for anyone that's interested. I finished off the programmed exercises with 5 sets of 3 of lying leg raises. Now, I don't go to max. I'm not going to go to max on these. Okay, I'm just going to get a good pump from them and keep 1 or 2 reps in the tank. Okay. So, and obviously you're battered by the end of this, by the time I get to that exercise, so there's no reason to go overboard on the weight on that exercise. I did hang from the bar for a collective amount of time of 3 minutes. Okay, again, not part of the program, but considering the exercises today compress the spine, I wanted to decompress it by just hanging from the bar, and I'm going to do 3 minutes in as many sets as it takes. I think I ended up doing it in about 2 or 3 sets. I use wraps because obviously it's not grip work or anything like that. It's just hanging to decompress the spine after doing squats and deadlifts. I did do some exercises for abs, but I kept it very small amount of work because my core was pretty battered after that. So I stopped there. Now, tips for me. Now, appreciate obviously any particular movements is going to be very individual depending on people's weaknesses and where they are in their program. But for me, squats, front squats are always my favorite. And the reason why they're my favorite is because I bloody hate them. Okay, I hate them. A couple of reasons why I still select them, even so I hate them. I hate them because I'm not very good at them. It is to correct my weakness, which is another reason why I pick that exercise. For me, okay, I have tendonitis in both my elbows, so I can't bend my elbow fully back, so that's as far as I can bend it. Okay, so obviously when the bar comes up, okay, I end up having to go down, which obviously is a great way to do front squats. So the only way I can do it is by doing that and trying to keep my elbows up. And obviously I find it very difficult to do heavy weights because I'm more likely going to fail by coming down and dropping the bar rather than the actual movement on my legs. But I still do it because it's one of the best exercises for me, okay, to translate, okay, the strength from that movement into my squat. And I always notice my squat go up when I do front squats. I don't always do them because obviously today I told you the assistance exercises in front squats. Okay, I did front squats in my previous cycle. Okay, so I've already done them, and I also did them in the first cycle of this program in January as well. Now for deadlifts, the best tip I would ever give anyone, if anyone wants to improve their deadlift, is when they are doing their sets of deadlifts, treat the set as individual lifts or singles. Okay, so for example, today I did 5 sets of 4. Okay, each set I treated them, okay, as 4 individual reps. Okay, so 1 set of 4 or 4 sets of 1 if you like, okay, or 4 reps, okay, in total. So I don't want to confuse everyone, it's still 5 sets, but each set is broken down into 1 reps. And what I mean by that is after every single rep, treat it as a single. Okay, so when you put the bar down on the floor, then readjust yourself, okay, get yourself ready to do another rep. Okay, don't bounce it, don't, okay, do a set, okay, of all of your reps in one go. Treat it like sets of 1. Okay, so each set 4 reps, it will be 4 times 1 reps. Okay, I hope that makes sense, guys, but that is one of the biggest, okay, for me, one of the biggest tips, okay, I will ever offer anyone to improve their deadlifts. By doing this, you are taking the inertia out, okay, of each lift. And when it comes down to doing your 1 rep max, okay, you will be stronger as a result, okay, because you'll be used to, okay, doing 1 rep. So therefore your body's more primed for the 1 rep max, okay. If I haven't made, okay, good explanation of that and you don't quite understand what I mean, drop me a message and I will explain it to you in more detail. So guys, hopefully that's helped you guys into explaining day 2 of this program. If you are following, you know where I am if you do have any questions. Diet today is going to be pretty much the same as yesterday. Okay, the post-workout meal, I'll wait for the family to wake up, then I'll have very high protein meal and high carbs today, and then considering I've got a day off tomorrow, I am tempted to do some steady state cardio, but I'll pretty much base it on how I feel, if I've recovered enough from today. But I'm going to treat it as a day off for now, and only have carbohydrates in my first 2 meals. They will be high carbs, but as I back off, I'll back off, in the last 2 meals of the day, because there's no need to have them in for me on a day off. So I'll back off and have lower carbs, at the end of the day. So guys, have a great rest of your Sunday, and shoot me any questions you have. Otherwise, I will see you on my next training day, Tuesday, but I will update you how tomorrow goes for my diet, and if I do any cardio, I'll let you know. Cheers guys, all the best.